Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Are you scouring the web for the best Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals? Stop it. Get Rakuten. Rakuten is a shopping sidekick that gets you cash back on gifts for everyone on your list. Right now, you can get up to 15% cash back at the stores you love. You can even stack cash back on top of the biggest sales of the year. That's savings on savings. It's more time shopping and less time searching. With Rakuten, you're always saving at your favorite stores on the things you're already buying. Cashback is automatically added to your account as you shop, and you get paid with gift cards, PayPal, or check. Or eligible American Express card members can even choose to earn membership reward points instead of cashback. It's truly a no-brainer. Now's the time to join. Up to 15% cashback ends on 12/2. Plus, new members will receive a welcome bonus after minimum qualifying purchases. Just go to Rakuten.com, download the app, or install the browser extension. That's RAKUTEN. Terms and conditions apply.
Just a quick trigger warning. This episode will be touching on sexual trauma. So if there's something that you don't really want to listen to right now, maybe don't listen to this episode. But if you're fine, then you can continue listening. Hello and welcome to the King of Hearts podcast, hosted by me, Chiara King. And today we have a very special guest. We have author and podcast host for our own podcast. Yeah. Marina Lazaris is here with us today, and we're going to be talking all about love, sex, relationships, talking to men.
Yeah, I mean, the book I wrote was for men. I do
Men
coach.
Need Love Too. This is the book, if you want to check it out.
If you love me, let me fly away. Maybe I'll come back to you. Maybe I won't.
Men and women, more women to help them get out of their masculinity and to drop more into their feminine.
I have that issue.
Yeah.
I'm a bit masculine.
How do you define that?
As in, like, I work a lot. I'm very active and I'm less passive in my lifestyle. Like, I won't self-care as much as I should, and I won't sit back. Like, before, I used to like pay for my exes. I used to like buy them gifts all the time, whereas now I'm learning to kind of receive more. But I find it quite hard because I want to please the other person. Like, I want them to like me, so I'm like doing everything I can in my power for them to like me.
So there's an element of self-betrayal.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you think that
really
comes
deep.
from?
I don't know. I guess like my always wanting to make my parents happy by going above and beyond, like with my grades at school. So, and if they weren't like perfect, then I was not good enough. Like if 90% in homework was not enough, you know, I had to be like the best of the best.
So that I'm not enough, right? Is running.
Yeah.
He's running.
Oh, massively. Even now. Doesn't help with social media, you know, when like everything is externally validating you.
Yeah. And so it's reprogramming your subconscious so that you are enough. I am enough now, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that balance between giving and receiving is actually a really hard one. And I know from being a giver myself.
Oh, yeah.
And being very similar, like the little good girl.
Yeah.
At home.
The perfectionist.
And then you have to play that role, right? So then stepping out of that role.
Yeah.
And saying, okay, it's okay for me to receive. But often it's linked to your relationships with your mum and your dad.
Yeah.
And you're healing with that, right? So
yeah, I'd say so. Like my relationship with my parents are really good. But I'd say my relationship with my dad is definitely more difficult because my parents split when I was 5. So my dad got girlfriends, but I was so attached to my dad. So I felt betrayed by my dad constantly when I was growing up because he had, you know, new girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah.
So I felt because he was with another girlfriend, I wasn't good enough for my dad's full attention.
Yep. That makes sense. That's a big one when you have to work for your parents' love And then you repeat that pattern. Like, I had to work for my mum's love, or I had to work for my dad's love. And then now in relationships, I want that feeling because I'm trying to repair it. So if I don't have to work hard for someone's love, then I'm not so interested.
Yeah, that's actually a problem in my life. Yeah. Wanting the bad boy instead of the good guy. And then when the good guy comes around and gives you all the love that you could possibly want in your life, you're just not feeling it as much as the dickhead because you're not working for it, because it's not a challenge. It's just given to you unconditionally.
Yeah. So then it's like recentering and getting to that place where you're not attracted to them. As soon as they make you work hard for love. Like, I was in a 13-year relationship. I went
13 years.
13 years. I went through a divorce. And
wow. When?
So my divorce was 2 years ago. And
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've done so much. I spent hundreds of thousands on my own personal healing. I've done everything.
Wow.
And I wanted to come to a place where I wasn't attached. So if someone stays or if someone goes, or I wasn't attached to even wanting a relationship, I wanted to come to that place. I'm at that place. And that's freedom.
Yeah, it's happiness.
It's freedom, because it's like, okay, someone comes in, they might not stay. That's okay. I'm all good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to work for someone that's not, a vibrational match. Like, energetically, if they don't stay, we're just not a vibrational match.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'm being a bit avoidant. Perhaps I need to do some more healing. That's okay.
Yeah.
And when we see relationships as a gift, and whoever comes into our life as a gift, rather than something to be like, oh, that person's this, or that person's
afraid.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Afraid
projecting.
Something. Self-sabotaging as well.
So all these things, and then going, actually, somehow I'm learning about myself through these interactions.
100%. I do also feel like some relationships come into your life to actually heal you.
Yeah.
Like my relationship with my ex, I definitely feel like my ex before him completely broke my heart. Like, it was very much like I was very anxious and he was very avoidant.
Yeah.
So it was super toxic, but super up and down, super like high and low, push and pull, like, and I was so obsessed with him because he never gave me what I wanted, really, so you're always like, I was always chasing and fighting and working to get him. And then it just crashed into flames and I was like, oh my God. And I thought that was love. But now thinking about it, I think it was just like obsession, obsession with someone. I don't think it really was love. But then with my, current ex-boyfriend, we just broke up like a month and a half ago. And it was never up and down. He was never emotionally unavailable. He was always emotionally available to me from the beginning. And I think someone just throwing their love at you, and it was a lot. Like, he gave me like so much love, but almost like too much, that I was almost like swallowed by his love, because I don't think I was ready to receive something like that.
It's very interesting, Cara, because as you say this, I'm like, you've gone from one extreme to the next.
Completely.
So you've gone from one extreme to the next. Now, of course, probably you need the happy balance. And what loads of people do in relationships is they like almost go
pendulum swing.
Yeah, just complete. And then they make themselves wrong. Like, you're making yourself wrong here. And you're talking yourself into why you should feel something for this guy, and you're wrong and you're this and you're not. Well, intuitively, something doesn't feel right for you. And that's okay. You're on this journey. You're figuring out that you want a bit of balance, it sounds like. You want someone that's very assertive and strong in their masculinity, and you want someone that's emotionally intelligent. So you want a bit of both. And that's normal. And it's not wrong. And you're not making yourself wrong at all. It's just sometimes we need to date extremes to then go, okay, I want to somehow find the balance within me.
Yeah.
To then find someone that mirrors that.
Yeah, I definitely think it all starts with the relationship with yourself. I found when I was really insecure and I was like desperate for love, I was so desperate. That's when I attracted my toxic ex, because I was operating at such a like desperate vibration, and then he comes in and kind of is also insecure in his own self.
Yeah.
So you two insecure people coming together and just like pushing and pulling each other away, it's just never going to work out. I think now, obviously, I need to learn to love myself more. That's definitely been like a massive issue for me, is feeling that I'm good enough, because I think deep down, I feel like I don't deserve to be loved.
I think, it's an interesting one because you learn love through relationships.
Yeah.
So you don't learn love by sitting in a room by yourself.
Yeah.
And there's this kind of false narrative fed by the self-help world that you need to love yourself more. And it's very shaming because at the end of the day, if you're brought up in a family where there's a love deficit, it's not you being desperate. It's because someone gives you a little bit of attention. You're like, oh my God, they've been nice to me. They're making sure I get home okay. And you haven't got that from your family of origin, which I didn't as well. And you're like, oh my gosh, and you like grab it. Whereas if it's normal for you, you're like, oh, okay, that's fine. You're used to that. So there's an element of, okay, through these relationships, we repair and we learn about ourselves.
Massively. I've learned so much about myself in my past relationship, and what I want and don't want, and what feels right and what doesn't feel right. But also, yeah, my relationship with myself, there's a lot of things that I still need to work on. I definitely have some insecurities still there. And I feel like it's never going to end, really. I feel like the healing journey is never going to end. It's always going to continue. You're never going to be fully healed because we're human beings. And like another thing is like, I made mistakes in that relationship. I make mistakes in all my relationships. And I have this idea of like, I need to be the perfect partner, but no one's perfect.
No, we're humans. That's the whole thing. We're human beings.
Yeah.
We're not AI robots. And actually, that concept of the fairy tale and the element of people playing these roles and people being perfect is young, naive, like first fantasy relationship. Really, all of us are guilty of something. All of us have got flaws.
Yeah, massively.
And when you can show someone that and be real and be authentic and be like, God, I was in a relationship and I wanted to cheat. And oh my God, when you can be real, someone will actually love you for all of you, your light and your dark.
I think that was another issue with my past relationship. It was all light. Yeah. And I never got to see his darkness because he was too scared to show me, and I was too scared to show my darkness to him. But then you don't have a proper relationship because neither of you really know each other then, because I feel like there is so much beauty also in the darkness of someone. Yeah.
It's how
more than the light even.
Well, it's how you build a deeper connection, right?
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen someone being angry, if you haven't seen someone crying, if they haven't been able to sit with your tears and just sit there with you, there's another layer of intimacy that you haven't got to.
It's super intimate.
So you're just on that shallow level of just almost positivity, if you like, where really you can't connect more deeply with someone.
No.
So it's almost like being in the fucking mode.
Yeah.
And, then you get bored and go on to the next one.
Yeah, but I think it's really hard for guys to open up that shadow side for sure in relationships. Like, I found it really hard to open up my ex's shadow, even the ex before that, because maybe there's this fear of vulnerability for men to show that. I guess weaker, but it's not weaker, but they feel weaker by showing the darkness of themselves.
It's very interesting because you're a very, you were saying that this is something you're working on, that nice part of you and the people-pleasing part. So you seems to have attracted partners at the same. So the more you step into your authenticity, the more that you're like, actually, no, I'm not okay and I'm a bit angry, or I just need to cry right now. The more you do it,
true,
you can encourage somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Because they see you doing it, and you'll have to kind of almost lead the way and then mirror you. And
every relationship is a mirror. And like, no matter how much he can say, oh my God, I hate you so much, you're a bitch, you're this or that. Or if I tell him, oh my God, you're a piece of shit, you're this or that. It's almost like putting a mirror in front of your face and just shouting at yourself. Like, there are so many similarities in when you do enter relationships with what you're going through at the moment. And I realized when we were breaking up, it was like, we opened up to each other a lot about like the dark sides of ourselves, and we realized, oh my God, we're so much more similar than we thought. Like, he'd gone through some things when he was younger. It was the same as what I had gone through, but we never spoke about it because he, I guess, was scared to lose me, and I was also scared of not being accepted for who I was, and that fear of rejection. And like, you know, this is another issue. Like when I enter my next relationship, I'm really worried that I've had like quite a lot of sexual trauma, and I'm really scared that in my next relationship, I don't know if I'll be able to be with someone who's like amazing and this and that, because that amazing man, that like high value man, is not going to love me because I'm, I guess, like damaged, or like I'm not perfect enough for him, and he's going to want someone who's more like, I don't know, Mother Teresa or whatever.
So this is again like the media stereotypes.
Yeah.
And it actually is making my blood boil.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, number one, high value man. Who the fuck came up with that?
Yeah.
Because all men have value, all women have value. What? So you drive a Ferrari and, you know, spin your keys around, and now you're high value.
Yeah.
And you look down upon other people. No, you're just playing a role.
We're just going to take a pause there, and we'll be back after this break.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock in a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
The guy that's going around saying he's high value has probably got more trauma than anyone.
That's
and
true.
has masked it by having material wealth and actually overcompensate and is really deeply insecure. So, you know, that element of this high value man actually makes my skin crawl. Every human being has value just for being and having a soul.
Yeah.
No one is better than you, ever. And just because you've experienced trauma, I've experienced sexual trauma. Just because you've experienced trauma doesn't mean you're damaged. It means...
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, you will know yourself more. You will know your yeses and nos more. There's an element of a gift in it, because for me, I knew there's certain things I didn't want to do because I felt that, I don't know, it's something didn't feel right when that happened to me when I was young. And from that experience, I was like, okay, I don't want to go down this path or that path of all the different things that go on these days, because I know that wouldn't feel right for me.
Yeah.
So I knew my yeses and nos, and in a way it was a bit of a gift because it stopped me from going down certain paths.
Yeah, I think for me, I still am struggling to find it as a gift. And my life coach said to me, she was like, make that pain and turn it into power. Like turn that trauma and make it your power. Even if you tell that person and that they don't accept you for who you are, then they're not meant for you, because the person who really is going to love you for who you are is going to accept you and even love you more for your scars.
I mean, it's an interesting one because what I went through didn't come up until after I had my first child. So I didn't even realise it was abuse.
Wow.
And then I had my first child and it came out. And then I remember at the time...
Because your body, like...
My body remembers.
But your body also covers the trauma until it's time to...
Until you're ready.
Yeah.
Or you've stopped.
Yeah, or you forgot it even happened.
Yeah. So there's an element of, hey, that wasn't right. That happened and that wasn't actually right. And at the time I was with someone, right? The father of my children. And I remember trying to have that conversation with him and he just couldn't be with it.
Wow.
And he couldn't connect to it emotionally. And he couldn't, you know, and where does that leave you in the relationship?
That's
of feeling
horrible.
Completely alone.
Yeah.
And
Not understood.
Not understood. And so there's an element of, well, the gift in it is you will be with an emotionally intelligent man.
Yeah.
That is more emotionally intelligent and aware. And if he's judging you for an experience you've gone through, well then what a superficial, shallow individual that you don't want to be around. So in a way, it's almost like the biggest gift, because if you can have these open and honest conversations, if you can talk about sex openly, and this is why I'm so passionate about talking about it in my book, talking about it with everything.
Yeah.
And even on the first date, look, how do you make love? What do you like? Because you see who the person is. So if you're going to be with someone that's very disconnected and you say, how do you make love? They just say, what do you like, babe? Whatever you like, darling.
Yeah.
Because
I've never had a guy ask me what I like. Like, maybe once.
well, this is a good thing to turn around and say, because then it's almost knowing your boundaries straight away, seeing, can they have this conversation?
Yeah.
Do they know themselves? Because if they don't really know what their yeses and nos are and they're just doing anything, that's okay. But are they then betraying themselves, or who are you with? Like, I'd rather have someone say to me, I'm into this. I want to be in a non-monogamous relationship. And I have had men say this to me. And I'm like, okay, great. At least they're honest. I don't have to deal with this. It's not what I want.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
So they're not playing roles. So I'm getting in on it straight away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing, can someone hold this conversation? I remember when I met my partner back when I was 24, he couldn't talk about these things. We couldn't talk about sex.
Yeah, wow.
I couldn't say someone was good looking on TV. So how does that manifest in the relationship? It manifests through fear.
A lot of fear, yeah.
Because it's like, oh my God, I can't even look at a guy. I used to go red. I lost all of my confidence.
Wow.
And obviously you attract what you fear. So then towards the end, I was like, oh, I'm tempted by every other guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
You do attract what you fear.
You attract what you fear. And then, you know, because I was so, oh my God, somebody loves me. They're giving me so much attention.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel worthy of it. But I kept that relationship going for so long because I woke up every morning. I was like, thank you, God, somebody loves me.
Yeah.
So I
Maybe
did.
not the right person.
Maybe not. But at the same time, at that time, that was probably right. And I appreciated it. And I think appreciation and gratitude, if you're going to stay, do that. And if you can't do that, go. You can't wake up in the morning and go, thank you, and you've got a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Then you're with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Set them free, because they deserve that.
That's true.
They deserve someone that appreciates them.
I feel like a lot of people also, myself included, stay in relationships longer than we should out of fear of hurting the other person.
Yeah, I think that is probably quite common.
Yeah.
Out of fear of hurting someone, but then you end up hurting yourself.
And them.
And
more.
betraying yourself.
Yeah.
And I think you really don't know until you've had that conversation with someone.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like also when I don't know why I do this. I don't know if it's like a lack of self-love or whatever, but whenever I meet someone, I'm so quick to jump into relationships. And now I don't want to do that anymore. I want to get to know someone, like even on a friendship level.
100%.
You know, with my ex, like we slept together pretty much immediately. And we're in a relationship pretty much immediately from day one.
No. I mean, the thing is around that, you just don't know who you're sleeping with. So again, I've definitely been there, but there's an element of, again, it's the underloved element of, okay, I've got a little bit of love. I'm just going to rush in.
Yeah.
And what happens is you open yourself up to being hurt, because unless you're completely avoidantly attached, you're going to build more oxytocin in your body. You're going to then be more connected to that someone, but it's going to be through sex. So with that dopamine hit, you're not really going to see the person until that wears off.
Yeah, I want to see the person for sure. But then I think guys also can be quite like, you know, part of me like feels bad for not like engaging in like physicality with them immediately, because they're like, oh, I've taken you out on like 3 dates or 4 dates. Now you owe it to me. They don't say that, but that's how I feel. That like pressure of like, okay, I need to sleep with them now because they've taken me to like all these nice places. And I don't want to feel that pressure of like, I owe anyone anything.
The only thing you owe anyone is your beautiful presence and your grace. Yeah. And it's an honor for them to be in your presence.
Yeah.
And if it takes you 6 months or if it takes you a year.
I'm just not good at setting boundaries for myself.
I think.
And then there's that fear of like, okay, well now we've gotten to know each other for 6 months to a year. Now I've got to tell them all about like my dark side, and then they won't accept me. So it's like wasting my time and their time. I don't know.
I can see what you're saying. And I think, I mean, I was coaching a guy last year that had waited 8 years to sleep with someone.
8
8 years.
to sleep with someone.
And he's still not even slept with her. And
What?
and there's men like that out there, right? I mean, he believes in no sex before marriage.
Wow.
She wasn't ready to marry. And he's the most nicest guy you've ever met. There's men out there, right?
Yeah,
and
there are
there's
nice guys out there. I do believe you.
and as well, I think if I look at my life and the men that's been in and out my life the last 4 years, it's been very interesting. But there's an element of the ones I didn't sleep with are still around. So
Yeah, because once you sleep with them, that's it. They lose interest.
Well, again, it's that giving and receiving, isn't it? It's almost that element of when you give too much, you push somebody away subconsciously because they feel guilty to take.
Yeah.
And there's an element
It
of...
doesn't even have to be in sex. It
Doesn't
can
have to be in sex.
gifts. It can be in gestures. My ex gave me everything. He gave me so much from the beginning, like gifts, flowers, holidays, this, and that. And I felt guilty for accepting it because I was like, oh my God, it's just too much. And I'm not giving him anything back. And like, it just was like, I just felt really guilty for receiving all of this stuff.
It's just pushing you away in so many ways. And there's that element of, can you see how the healthy balance is needed?
So needed.
And you don't have to be over giving. You just have to be comfortable within you.
Right.
And the light and the dark, right? And it's almost like, hey, what if the dark is really light? And what if you
Yeah.
shifted the perspective on that? Oh no, I've got this dark thing. Well, actually, what if it's all light? And what if it's all beautiful? And but every dark thing that you think's dark is the beauty within you. Everything, one of them things has made you beautiful.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to believe that because I think with society painting this picture, especially for women, to be this perfect person and you're not going to be loved by anyone of value, okay, in quote marks, because that's how we were conditioned as women.
Yeah, and where does that end up? So
In fear.
it ends up as, I've been there.
And self-sabotage.
Yeah, fear and self-sabotage, but getting married, staying at home, being the good housewife, being lonely, and then what? Playing that role and being like, oh, how did I end up here? Oh yes, I was playing the good girl role.
Yeah.
How did that serve me? It didn't serve me too good.
No.
So
It served you for 13 years.
It served me 13 years, and then in my heart, I'm like, no, that's not success. People will sell you. And I done it. I posted pictures on Instagram, look at me and my partner. And maybe perhaps I was
Doing it
fooling
for them.
myself as well.
Yeah, but you know, they say the most unhappiest couples post the most on social media to overcompensate the fact that they're not happy.
Yeah.
And like some of my friends who are not in, I mean, I'm not saying that for everyone. I'm sure there are couples that post online like that are actually happy. But I found in my experience, when I wasn't happy in my relationships, I would be posting them more to overcompensate for the fact that I wasn't happy. And I have friends who are in the happiest relationships ever. They barely post their partners, like barely.
Yeah.
They don't have anything to prove.
And as well, all relationships are going to have ups and downs.
Yeah, 100%.
And I would prefer, my next relationship to be private, the pictures at home,
Yeah.
and to cherish that.
Yeah.
And I've had other motivational speakers be like, Marina, we can be a power couple. We can sell the perfect relationship. I'm like, no, we can't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never doing that. I'm never selling to society, but being single or being by yourself isn't success, because it is success.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in a relationship to be successful.
Yeah. You can actually feel worse in a relationship that's not for you. And then you just end up losing yourself in the relationship.
Yeah, if you've lost yourself and parts of you are not accepted and you've had to switch off who you are, what you love doing,
You're not living.
You're not living. You're dying. And I've been there.
Yeah, I've been there too.
And it's horrible. And it's like, and you're like,
just
oh
to
my
stay,
gosh.
just to stay. But to stay for what? For what, like, sacrifice do you need to make to stay in that relationship?
I mean, because it's done so subtly, you don't even realise it. And then having kids and all the rest of it, and you're taking on the mother role. And
yeah, I mean, I don't have kids, so it's like I don't know what that feels like to be also married and have kids and wanting to leave a relationship. It's like a lot.
It's definitely a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like 100% knowing that like all parts of you are loved and accepted, and that it's amazing that you're doing this right now and that you know who you are.
I'm getting to know who I am. Yeah. But I think every relationship I feel brings me closer to the person I want to be, like, you know, with my ex, like he didn't drink, for example. And dating him has made me realize how bad alcohol is for you.
Yep.
And like, don't get me wrong, like I still drink. I mean, I haven't drunk in the last week and I'm like, I'm going to stop drinking. But like, I don't know. I just find that the times that I've wanted to drink is the times that I've wanted to escape.
Yep.
And same with sugar, chocolate, sweets. It's an emotional thing. You eat because you're emotional and you drink because it's something you want to fill, like a void.
Yeah.
So he's super healthy with his mindset. He doesn't drink, he doesn't eat sugar, he doesn't eat anything. And he's like super spiritual. So in a way, he's taught me like how, in a way, to love myself more.
And
even
that's
if we're not
beautiful.
together. Yeah.
And yeah, there's something big around that. Being consciously aware, like when I drink, I disconnect. There's something inside of me that feels empty.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think everyone's probably got something of that.
Oh, for sure. Like
Whether or not they're shopping.
again, we're
or,
not perfect.
No.
Like we're human beings. Like we're gonna fuck up and we're gonna make mistakes and we're gonna, you know, do things that are awful. Because human beings also do awful things. That doesn't mean they're awful people.
No.
Just we do shitty things sometimes because the universe has made us do these things in order to learn from them. Like I've made mistakes in the past. So many.
Heal, right? Heal our
Yeah.
childhood. You know, sometimes we recreate the drama from our childhood until we heal it,
Yeah.
right? And then maybe we're just acting out a role we needed to act out. There's no shame in that. And so loving and accepting all parts of ourselves makes us love and accept all parts of someone else.
Yeah. And I think if you don't love it and then accept yourself, you can't love and accept someone else. And I think that's something that I've really struggled with. I haven't had a relationship that's lasted over a year and a half because I've always felt that they weren't good enough and I can have better and the grass is always greener on the other side. But it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But that's because I was not, you know, enough in myself. And I felt like I could be better. And it's, again, the perfectionist thing. Like,
Yep. Perfectionist inner critic.
yeah, I'm my biggest critic.
Yep. And then you're making everyone else the same.
Yeah. And I don't want to have to look at the person that I'm with and be like, oh, I could get better than him because, like, you know, I could be better in myself. Everything is a mirror, like everything, every relationship that you have is a mirror of what you're going through at the moment. And like, I want to get to a place in my life right now doing the healing work. And also, you know, dating at the same time too. Like, I'm not going to be a monk. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you learn through relationships.
Yeah.
Right? So there's an element of, okay, if you sat in a room, like I said, and I say this in my book, if you sat in a room by yourself, you're not really going to learn.
Yeah.
We learn
Trial and
through
error.
different mirrors,
Yeah.
different people, different experiences. And, you know, once you might get to a place where you're like, actually, something makes me feel a bit more settled. I'm not looking. Maybe you haven't got to that energetic match.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not you that's totally wrong. And I think, again, it's self-sabotaging when we're constantly putting ourselves down and saying, oh, I need to change this about me. And no, actually, it's all
Yeah.
perfect. We actually heal.
I'm such a critic in that. And I'm like, I need to do this. I need to do
Yeah.
that. I need to eat like no sugar. I need to go to the gym and this, and then I'll be healed.
And you look amazing. And you're so beautiful and you're so stunning. So it's just like inside and out. And you're showing up here and you're being authentic and you're being real. And I just think, wow. And how we heal and integrate. And my method is loving the fuck out of everything.
Yeah.
And we go, oh, I love that about myself. And I love that experience. And when you truly love it, really love it, it stops repeating. And the pattern stops repeating.
Right.
So as we push it away, and yes, we can through coaching go, oh, that's the inner critic, that's the perfectionist one, that's that one, and then you can be kept in all these places for a very long time with different coaches, psychologists, or whatever. But until you go, hey, come with that part of me, I love you, you've kept me safe, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And until you love all these different parts of you, it just keeps repeating.
Yeah, even the dark parts. Like, for example, when I go out and I drink, like I make mistakes because the dark energy comes out when you drink, right? Like the devil in you comes out.
I mean, it's interesting because, again, it's the element of, yeah, if you go out and get drunk to a point where you don't remember, or you're not really yourself, or you don't trust yourself,
Yeah.
or you're going to end up doing something silly, then it's self-caring, looking after yourself to say, I'll just have one glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Right? I want to feel into my body. I want to be connected to it.
But then I will have one and I'll want like a million.
Yes. So it's like going, okay, it's like one extreme.
I'd rather just not have one.
Yeah, then
'Cause
then don't.
Yeah.
They're like, you know that, right? If you know that you're going to get yourself into a situation after you've had a drink, it's not favourable
Yeah.
because actually you're actually vulnerable. And if
Mhm.
somebody's going to take advantage of you in a vulnerable state, then actually they're the devil.
Yeah.
Now that's not you, and maybe that's an experience you've had. And again, I want to stick up for you on this and say, well, actually, maybe that's the experience you've had because you were vulnerable as a woman, too much drink, and they shouldn't have taken advantage of you.
Yeah, that's true.
And you keep recreating that perhaps out of shame of an
Maybe.
experience, and it's not you. And from a protective, like, okay, it's okay. I want to give you a hug.
Yeah.
I love that part of you.
Yeah.
And say, like, it's okay.
Yeah, I just like I get scared to go out because I don't trust myself, and I want to be able to trust myself when I go out and not fear going out and like.
But maybe it's the energy. I mean, don't forget, if you're looking at clubs and bars, they can be
And I'm super sensitive to energy.
very low vibrational,
Very.
very low vibrational people. And maybe it's bringing your vibrational energy down. Maybe something's telling you, okay, there's other ways to connect. And for me right now, it's not what I want. It's fueled with anxiety of some sort.
Yeah,
There's been some kind of abuse of self
100%.
and others doing the same around these environments, and it's toxic. And right now, I don't want to be with that because I'm not energetically balanced place to be able to go and be around it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, since I've gone through different stages, I might go and have a glass of champagne, but I don't really no more.
Because you don't want to.
Because I don't really want to.
You don't align with that environment.
I used to get anxious and nervous
Yeah.
when I used to go out
Same.
and get dressed up and then drink too much.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it was too much centre of attention and then regret it. I was in that, and I haven't been in that since giving birth to my second, and I had no medication.
Wow.
And I had her down to the time I visualised it of 7 a.m. at home, and it changed my life. I never got drunk again after that.
Wow. Yeah, I don't ever want to drink when I'm a mum. Maybe like one or two, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see my kids seeing me drunk,
Yeah, I suppose it's that motherly instinct of wanting to be able to look after and protect.
And also be a role model.
Yeah, and then not needing it because I didn't have the drugs. So I felt all my pain. So I felt the baby come out of me. I felt my own baby's head.
Wow.
And that was very healing. It was extremely cathartic from a sexual trauma place because
wow.
birth can be done to you. People were, check me and, people can feel like birth's been done to them rather than actually this is my body. I'm going to feel my own baby's head. I'm going to touch myself. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because this
you
is
gave
my
birth
body.
To your own baby.
So yeah, I was at home. I had a home birth. I visualized
with
it.
a nurse, right?
Yeah, but then the midwife comes to your house, and I was in a pool. But it was very much a natural element, and it was.
I want to do a water birth,
and it was led that way, and it was one of the most empowering, reclaiming spiritual experiences. But I was in my body.
Wow,
I wasn't out of my body.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think sometimes when we come back into our body, because I think these days people say, take the drugs, take the ayahuasca, as in the real
I've
healing.
Never done ayahuasca.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm much of a purist.
Yeah,
and
same.
The real healing's in your body.
And through breath.
Yeah.
Breath work's amazing.
Breath work or however you want to do it. Yeah.
Anyway, we need to wrap up. I think we've run over time. But it's been so nice to talk to you and learning about relationships and healing, but also my own self journey. I need to work on that. And I feel like we always need to do more healing and self-care. And then you attract the right partner when you are in a place where you really love yourself.
Is there one right partner? And yeah, if the human experience is to grow, as you're saying, we're always growing. And maybe there is someone that can come with you on that journey for a period of time.
Yeah.
Maybe there isn't. And it's all perfect and imperfect all at once.
Yeah. Amazing. So yeah, if you want to go check out Marina's book, Men Need Love Too, check it out. You've also got a podcast.
Yes, it's called The School of Love.
School of Love. So yeah, thank you so much for coming
you're
on.
so welcome.
And I will see you